When Bruce Lee was interviewed by a Canadian journalist called Pierre Berton, he was asked whether he identified as a Chinese or American. He simply responded that he identifies as human. And there was also a famous clip that went, "Under the sky, under the heavens, there is only but one family." Those close to Lee remember him for his kindness and his generosity and his such a curious, expansive mind and his physical prowess. Even those who weren't in his inner circle also recall how his use of "my friend" in a lot of his quotes you might see and his writings. Perhaps Lee chose to see humans belonging to the world and each other because he didn't also fit anywhere either. He was deemed to be too American or to be Chinese and too Chinese to be American. He was like an outsider a lot of the time. Yet he didn't let this prejudice hold him back. Instead, keeping in line with what he did was his deep understanding of yin and yang helped him. He let other people's fear teach him about love, their judgment teach him acceptance, and their shadow teach him light. This wasn't to excuse the racism that he had experienced, but he took the high road because he recognized that hate couldn't be conquered by hate. When he needed to take a stand, he did it with compassion for his human brothers and sisters. Whether or not we find ourselves facing the same magnitude of the prejudice in our lives, we can remember how we treat anyone is how we will treat everyone. Excluding even one person from our heart means that we have the potential to exclude including everyone, even ourselves. We don't need to be everyone's best friend because that's impossible, and there are going to be things that you're going to disagree with on people, and there might be people that are just not worth your time. But we can be humans. And just coming back to what I was saying with disagreeing with people, I think even if you have disagreements with that person, you can still sit in the same room as them. It's still human at the end of the day. You don't have to agree with everything. But obviously, the people that don't have the best in your heart and want to drag you down for no reason and are just evil, you would obviously distance with. And so we can continue this legacy of modeling acceptance and light, even if it takes us time to get to the unconditional love he had embodied. And when you do encounter these evil people, just remember, you have to learn about love, about yourself and the people that are important to you. Because those people are trying to take that away from you. So you have to prioritize on that rather than going for the hatred route or revenge. And there might be times where you have to defend yourself. That's fine. You have to sometimes stand up for yourself. But I'm trying to put the focus on how what Bruce Lee did. When there was a shadow that teach him light, judgment taught him about acceptance, and people's fear taught him about love. Hence, let's not be too quick to also dismiss ourselves. It's likely we can all call to mind instances when we experience this bliss of this state. It is a bliss as it is most likely true. Kinship lies at the heart of all personal growth and enlightened living, as we've seen with Bruce Lee. So this was part 4 of the Self Actualisation series, where we learned about the truth and the importance of kinship. And if you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next part.